What up, my freaks? Insight here with another Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 Skalgrim Mod ship spotlight. So the Admech cruiser line of episodes continues with the very last cruiser that we will be taking a look at today, which is the Dictator cruiser. Now, going with the other cruisers reworks, this one also has become much more specialized into a single, very specific role. Whereas the Dictator of the Imperial Navy has a pair of launch bays and a couple macros as well as some torps, the Dictator of the Adeptus Mechanicus has become a full carrier. Absolutely all launch bays, no broadside weaponry, and only a single advanced lance turret as its weapon. At least the fact that it does have a weapon, i.e. the advanced lance turret, will allow it to kite a little bit, maybe output a little bit of damage, especially in high numbers, but otherwise it is now just complete carrier. In fact, it's become the answer to the Styx carrier of the Forces of Chaos, which I can't quite recall the price of. I want to say 124, but definitely don't quote me on that one, because I might just be looking at the Gothic and seeing 124 and thinking the Styx is probably priced similar. But anyway, as similar to the way that the Lunar is now the answer to the Mars of the Imperial Navy, the Dictator is the answer to Chaos's Styx. So the Adeptus Mechanicus are doing a reasonably decent job at specializing, especially considering that they don't have a battle cruiser tonnage. Otherwise, it's a fairly standard cruiser, once again sharing all of the stats with the others. A fairly decent amount of shield at 1000, especially decent for its class, will allow it to stay alive longer while it outputs lots and lots of fighters. At least that's the dream. Whether it works out in practice, and depending on what faction it faces, it can definitely be a considerable issue, especially as they have to rely on bombers and Fury interceptors, so that there are there's no way to board the enemy with these guys, and that's kind of scary. That is kind of scary, especially as there's thus no way to slow down the enemy from a distance by forcing a call to arms or forcing them to take crippling damage. Although, even if they did have the ability to board the enemy, they have poor troop efficiency, so it would be pretty terrible anyway. Otherwise, I do want to mention that we will be using for this fleet a bunch of Dictators, i.e. basically nothing but Dictators. You wouldn't want to do this in an actual fleet. If you wanted to go an early game all cruiser carrier fleet, you'd go a bunch of Dictators, take 3 of those out, and put a couple Lunars in it. Just because the 2 Lunars would add a pair of Eyes of the Omnissiah Nova cannons, which you could use then to slow down the enemy while you maintained your distance and kept those fighters swarming. Obviously, the Eye of the Omnissiah is not like the Stasis Bomb. Stasis Bomb is kind of an issue for fighters, so that I think would be more beneficial. But for the purposes of this showcase, we're just going to go all Dictators and not rely on a bunch of Lunars to help out, even though they would be really helpful. Plus, the Lunars also obviously have that carrier capacity, so you wouldn't even be losing all that much in terms of the fighters. You'd just be gaining some Nova cannons and losing a few fighters. So anyway, let's take a quick look at the ship before jumping into some battles with this thing by itself. Ship viewer Dictator right here, as we've seen it before. Fairly similar looking to the Mars. See, I even want to call the Lunar the Mars just by virtue of its similarities, but otherwise, yeah, it is pretty darn similar. What do you expect from this thing? And I think, yeah, oh right, it looks similar to the Lunar because of the fact that the Lunar also has those launch bays. And I guess what we could do is let's change it up. I want to use I want to use a different fleet color for every single one of these cruisers, just so they can be differentiated a little bit. Anyway. Pretty simple. It does have that one advanced lance cannon turret on top of it, and it just has launch bays. We've seen plenty of these things. They once again share all their hull or their I was about to say chassis, but hull is more correct, with the other AdMech cruisers, and that's about it. That's about it. Let's actually try to fight it. See how an early game Adeptus Mechanicus carrier fleet can work. Obviously, we're going to go Advanced Void Shield pattern because really none of the upgrades are very good for this fleet. We don't have macro weapons. Collectus Assassin only applies to the flagship. Emission Dissipator doesn't apply to these ships at all. We don't have Nova Cannons for the Mars pattern reactor feeds, or in pattern weaponries, once again, an increase of a slight range on the one lance turret on the flagship. Who gives a damn? Castellan robots, not helpful because we don't have battleships. Improved auger array, useful if we were to actually bring escorts or light cruisers. Navigational shields might be useful, but I decided to get a disruption overcharge just to increase very, very slightly the amount of damage that we can deal. Otherwise, we're going to go with auger probe and stasis bomb because we don't have novas and thus want to rely on separating or otherwise slowing the enemy fleet. I would go cybernetica orb and rad tempest device, obviously, if we were just trying to win, but this is more of a showcase and therefore we don't want to rely on damaging abilities. Here we go. Like last time, we're going to start off by facing the Adeptus Mechanicus, and then we'll see about fighting another more difficult faction afterwards. So let's begin. Let's see how, Now, if the enemy brings a bunch of Mars carriers, I'll be interested to see how we fare against them. Ooh, and we have the backdrop of a star here, while we have the color scheme of Ryza, which is pretty cool. Oh, certainly works with the star there. Alrighty, well, we are going to have to start on one side of the map and essentially kite to the other, at least eventually. Obviously, we can just have all of our ships face one direction. We don't really need to do anything else, don't need to move. Ideally, we would hide, but I'm not going to hide just to give the enemy AI a little bit of a chance. It is an AI and not a player after all. Alrighty, move here and move here. There we go. All go into lock-on so that you can do at least a little bit more damage. That means we'll be at max range, essentially, for those, so that'll be okay. And then you can be group 2, run silent, identify the enemy force. Hello, if it isn't a Fabricator Arc Dominus with a bunch of fighter launches. Alright, well, let's launch our own fighters right at it. Hopefully they will shoot down what the enemies got, and let's also identify whatever enemies are coming towards us. Now this eats up a lot of the enemy's fleet capacity, which is going to make it fairly interesting. It'll basically depend on whether we can bring it down and cripple it with our bombers before it does it the same to us. Otherwise, how many... You have 4 super heavy launch bays. Okay. Well, we have freaking 10 ships, each with 4 regular launch bays, so we should outnumber them quite heavily if they don't all get... Guys, actually help with this, please. Guys? Don't just go past. Okay. Are they deliberately making this very, very close? They're gonna win, just barely, aren't they? It's okay, we can launch another swarm. From the ship. So then again, these are fighters. It's not like it matters all that much either. You guys hopefully take down some of those turrets. We'll see how well you can do it with only 6 launches left. And you guys, I guess, launch more fighters. Go. Keep wrecking those turrets as best you can. Alright, they're still at 50. There we go, 49. It's gonna take a while. We should probably also bomb apart all their other ships. What I'm hoping will happen... Are you still shooting those down? Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. What I'm hoping will happen is that it won't be enough to keep launching its own fighters to fight these guys off, i.e. we can get those turrets gone completely before we actually fight. You stay here. You guys get ready to move. That Fabricator Arc will absolutely obliterate you if you give it the chance. And I think we'll now save up for bombers. What do they have for the Admiral? A Gothic cruiser. Okay, that's pretty funny. To be honest, carriers are kind of they're kind of boring to watch. But hey, what can you do? Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's a lot easier to shoot down the enemy fighter swarms when our own fighters are actually working together instead of whatever the hell they were doing before. Ew. Get a couple bombers launched here. It's not like the Gothic can protect itself. Its turrets are almost gone, and as soon as they are, we're gonna get our fighters back. Or you know what we'll do? We'll wait until the enemy launches its next fighter swarm, I think. Oh, and look, enemy escorts. We'll be able to shoot those down. You identify the enemies. Just do it right now. Do it right now. You'll get it back in 60 seconds, then we can go after that that admiral ship. Alrighty. Oh, there's the launch. Perfect. And as soon as that's dead, you're all going to recover, and then you're going to launch bombers their way. And looks good to me. Oh, they're recovering themselves. Perfect. You bombers, start hitting that. And then Auger Probe, we also have our stasis bomb. This should, it looks like, work out fairly well for us, I think. Well, you know what I also should not have done? I shouldn't have put the Great Destiny here in the front. It should be in the back line, because that's obviously a dangerous thing to do. But well, hopefully it won't matter too much. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because there's really not much to see. Our very, very slight amount of turrets firing at the enemy, but otherwise not much. Oh, hello. If it isn't a launch of torps. Where are they going? I'm actually not sure where the hell they're going. Is the enemy a launched fighters? Well, I have no idea, whatever. Launch a... No, those are our own bombers. Yeah, bomb apart there, Admiral, please. Hopefully before... Okay, you're launching more torps. Okay, hopefully our fighters get back here before the boarding torps hit us. And I also hope that, well, if these are protective fighters, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't have turrets anyway. So we can just keep launching bombers at it. And we should get ready to start moving soon as well.
Engaging drive.
There we go. Move it right now, at least a little bit. Rip that thing apart, and okay, good. We have defensive fighters launching now. You guys take care of that, please. And bombers should take care of the enemy admiral, and then we'll #1 target all of these little tiny... ooh, is that an Eye of the Omnissiah? If that's an Eye of the Omnissiah. No, it's not. Foolish. Foolish. The AI would have done much better Eye of the Omnissiah-ing us than otherwise. Now, those guys are dead. We're going to recall our fighters. And then we're going to send a few more at the enemy's way and just start bombing them as best we can. Let's say 5 sets of fighters and then 5 sets of bombers on rotation. And oh, you're close enough to hit us now. Oh, we're going to start suffering. You know what? I feel like, despite the fact that we can kite, we're probably better off getting closer to this thing because it can move at max range. The other option is to kite so far away that it can't reach us. You know what? Let's try that first, even though it's a little bit of a boring option. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll start sending bombers there. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, because it's got a lot of HP and a lot of shields, and it's doing a ton of damage already. Just get away from it. You should be able to outrun it. In fact, use your Canticle of the Omnissiah to maintain distance. Ooh, look at that. Repairs now. Come on, come on, shield, come back up before you get hit by lances again. Can't range them with our bombers, unfortunately. Move, 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 move. And yeah, as I said, we would be better off just hiding so that it can't hit us. Alright, there we go. Gauge unfortunately burned out because I was not paying attention. Alright, it's moving towards us now. It's taking a little bit of damage from the fire. Or from the bombers, rather. There we go. And without turrets, our fighters are doing whatever the hell they please here. So while the enemy can keep launching stuff, we're getting me good. Let's try to cripple its engines, although wait, you're the big boy, right? So I think you're immune to criticals. Oh man, if that's another Eye of the Omnissiah, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. We'll have to keep you guys still. No, it's using its regular Nova cannons for some bizarre reason. Not sure why. Not sure why. I keep launching bombers, everybody. Launch an Auger Probe at it for no reason, just because we can. And can we hit it with a stasis field right there? Force it to at least move around it, and then keep kiting. Yeah, or it's gonna do a lot of damage to us. Oh, damn it! Now these guys are gonna get trapped in the stasis field. Oh, it's launching its own bombers. Interesting. Oh, are we going to protect their bombers? No, we're okay. We are okay. Launch bombers at it, please. I can't believe they decided to launch bombers instead of fighters. You guys, move out this way so you can get away from it. It's obviously going to take a while like this. Let's just move away and then maintain distance, I suppose. Or maybe, you know what, let's go into a gas cloud. Let's go into this gas cloud and then we'll just sort of sit there for a while. What the hell happened to you? I did not select you because I'm stupid. Okay, you can repair. In fact, everybody use a Canticle of the Omnissiah. Please keep launching fighters. You guys are gonna get slowed down. Oh man, yeah, that was unfortunate. But at least it's forced the AI to move around it. That is still beneficial. Alright, let's set up here. We will move our Admiral and our Hurt ships to the back line. So you move to the back line right here. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way you face. And then you guys can move in the hell? Press the wrong button there for a sec. You guys can move here. And whoever I forgot about, I guess that's you two, can move here as well. Alrighty, how are we doing here? Bombers, fighters, oh, they've repaired some of their turrets, but it is taking damage now. Let us now send, let's say, 3 sets of fighters their way. And we'll get another stasis bomb going as soon as it approaches. And now just start sending bombers in a few seconds. There we go. And just speed it up, speed it up. Otherwise it's gonna take like a year to finish this thing off. Alright, good. And more bombers should be available in a couple of seconds. Oh, it's moving forward again. And we're maintaining distance now. Well done, bombers. It's at half HP. Once again, the unfortunate thing about bringing one big old ship instead of a bunch of smaller ones. And you are kind of trapped. Or at least you're trapped where the AI controls you. Go right here, right there. Come on, come on, you can do it. Yeah, wait, slow it back down, fine. You know what, just stay where you are. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And hit it with even more bombers and a stasis. Don't even bother with the stasis bomb. It has to get closer to us, which it can't. Just max bombers, unless it unleashes its fighters, in which case we'll bring them back. And then just speed it back up. We'll watch it explode, but otherwise we can do this at max speed. Yeah, see, unfortunately, even with the buffs to our weaponry, we can't even get through its shields. Man. It does have a pretty darn hefty 3,000 shield. If it had a shield generator or a supercharged void shield, we wouldn't be able to get through the shields at all. But that's okay, the bombers will take care of this. I mean, I suppose we could get through the shield by putting it into a stasis bomb. Oh, I think it's probably lost all its fighters by now. So it's useless. Yeah, alright, this thing's done. This thing is done, and now its engine has got critted out. Fare thee well, Omnissiah Titan. A vulnerability to carriers. At least in this particular case. When you have a lot, and I mean a lot of carriers against a slow ship. There we are. There we are. Alright, now let's try this against something a little bit more dangerous for carriers in particular. Something fast and something... And the question is what? And the question is what? We would be most likely to lose against either Tyranids or against Eldari, and I think Corsair Eldari, specifically because they have better fighters, but they're also very, very fast and high damage dealing. I'm almost tempted to say the Corsairs are probably more dangerous than the Tyranids in this particular case. So let's go against the Corsairs that... Oh, damn it. Okay, my bad. You're dictators, so dictatorial, and we will once again go Stasis Bomb, Auger Probe, Advanced Void Shield Pattern, I guess Orin Pattern Weaponries, no wait, not Orin Pattern Weaponries, Disruption Overcharge just for the Hollow Field, not that that really does anything for us. Man, I think we will make use of the of asteroids and stuff this time around as well. It is a carrier fleet, after all. You're not really playing to your advantages if you're not maintaining your ability to hide and keep enemies from identifying you via your use of fighters to destroy their fighters and anything that, and smaller escorts and stuff like that. Anyway, Corsair Eldari. Let's see how dangerous you are. Alrighty, here we go. Ooh, and we're in the Tempest of Sorrows, it looks like, by virtue of... Oh, no, we're not. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, this looks magnificent. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. I didn't even know that there were blue-colored stars here. This is such a cool frickin' system. Maybe I have seen it before and forgot, but damn. Huh, I wonder if you get solar eruption on this map, will the solar eruption be... red? I would imagine it'll still be red. That is really cool. Oh well, let us continue here. Although I think it probably has to be red, doesn't it? I don't know. You guys, let's put the Admiral in the back this time as well. Ooh, wait, no, we have a little set of asteroids here which we can go in. Now we have to be very wary of enemy torpedoes because that could get dangerous very quickly. So yeah, you guys are gonna be like so. Admiral, you can be in the center. As much protected as we could possibly get you. Ready up, everybody lock on, and I forgot about you. Let us also set up an auger probe, let's say right here. They're gonna get to us very, very quickly. Let's get you guys right there, and let's get you guys right there behind them. Yeah, you're gonna take a little bit of damage to those asteroids. We could have gone for the navigational shields, but I suppose with the disruption overcharge would still be pretty helpful against the Eldari after all. Not that I was purposely picking that to be against the Eldari, as I did pick the exact same upgrades for the battle against the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Rouse the engines.
And generally for these tests, I like to keep the exact same upgrades for both fights. Alrighty, and stop. Hide, please. There we go. The enemy is moving away now. Now we just have to make sure we can find the enemy. And maybe we can destroy this one ship before they launch more fighters. Let's see if we can't luck out on this one. Unless it hides again. Hopefully it maintains visibility. You just get close enough to scan them, please. And hide. There we go. There we go, come on, if bombers can kill you. And oh, they were able to find us with fighters, fortunately, though not with bombers. Alright, moment of truth. Will we be able to destroy you? And hello, a #1 target.
Hostile signature detected.
Bombers, take care of business. Did I screw up by launching you early? Or without destroying enemy turrets and stuff? Some of you are gonna pop to the turret fire, but... oh, it looks like they're gonna make it beauty. Lovely, you are done for, buddy. You are absolutely done for. And let's identify the enemy. Alright, getting some lance work out there as well. Bombers are gonna come back. Hopefully the fighters don't shoot too many of them down, although I do expect... oh, that was a nice little set of torps there, huh? And then they used a stasis bomb on them as well. I was about to use a stasis bomb, but that was not an ideal position for it to be. And now you, 4 fighters, launch at the enemy admiral, and then we'll launch the rest at it. Probably after we destroy this one, and you can get boarded, buddy. There's the call to arms I was looking for. Touch that, or focus fire that engine. Damn, I was hoping for a few more. Let us also send the bombers. There we go. Alright, this admiral should be quite dead. And we're in a pretty healthy position here. I don't know if these guys have much of a chance. In fact, wait, can we do this stasis bomb right here? I don't actually want to stasis bomb the Admiral. I want to stasis bomb and kill everybody but the Admiral, just to screw these guys over. And once again, we're not taking a lot of damage. It's actually going surprisingly well. Board this guy, please. Down goes the Admiral. Bombers and fighters, please get recalled. You're gonna get trapped in the stasis, unfortunately, but oh well. You are in call to arms. Let's #1 target this little cruiser here. And yeah, I think one of the unfortunate thing about having a bunch of carriers is that you can't really watch the fights happen. You have to constantly control them. But that's always been the case with carriers. And just an annoyance you have to learn to live with. 4 bombers right here, please. And you need now repairs. And I guess we'll get you out if you start taking any more damage. Which is now. You have started to take more damage. So what we'll do is go all ahead full. No. Oh, are you gonna rally? Right there. And then you can hide. And you can brace. There we go, right there. Beautiful. Bombers, or wait, let's see. 2 fighters out this way, and then more bombers out this way as well. You're still #1 target, yes? We don't need to move. It's pointless because the enemy is faster than us. And we never crippled that engine, did we? Although, if we did move forward, I do want to say that we would be able to force the enemy to run away from us. So maybe there's still a use for that. Ouch, ouch, you are getting badly beat up there, buddy. In fact, everybody move up. Move up. Careful with those torps. At least some of you move. Move enough to make the enemy run. There we go, we got some call to arms. Let's stasis bomb you up. Be careful with enemy launching torps. It's one of the very, very dangerous things about the not the craft world Eldari, about the Corsairs. Sudden torps. I mean, it's also true of the Asuryani, but you know, torps scare me. Let's see, auger probe. And they scare me in part because I very much like torps. I like using them myself. And alright, we're looking pretty good. Yeah, these guys are pretty screwed. They are pretty screwed here. More bombers out here. In fact, probably didn't need to send nearly that many. Oh, in fact, it's dead already. Alrighty, well then let's do that, and let's board whoever we can out here. I'm actually surprised that these guys can maintain hollow fields while in stasis bomb. I take it that it still counts as a full movement. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, let's launch. I was about to say let's launch a couple of fighters, but it looks like every single one's on cooldown. You, my friend, are in a bad way, so move away. There we are, and please bomb apart this ship. And then you move up to such a place that you can shield this ship from their damage. There we go. Ooh, somebody's engine just got crippled, and therefore they will be dead soon. You can stop right here. There we are. When you have a bunch of weaker ships like cruisers, you definitely have to make sure to use the healthy ones to protect the hurt ones. And then the rest of you, I think you can move forward towards the enemy to make them run. This ship should be dead in a second. Oh, bombers. Hurts. Couple interceptors that way, 1 bomber set, 2 bomber sets. You guys keep moving. Don't need to board you because you're dead. You, however, do need to repair. The rest of you keep moving forward. And I like to get at least some boarding actions going, just because we can, not because it's going to be particularly useful for us. And you know what? These are tiny little ships, ram them. Yes, very nice. Very well done, buddy, even though you did burn out your gauge. Number 1, target this thing so it can't come back, please. You need to move up ahead as well. I kind of forgot about you. You guys need to both repair and be careful. There is still one big scary ship left over there. And we don't have enough fighters, I feel, to keep it engaged. So let's get some more fighters. Somebody mutinied? Oh, this little tiny escort mutinied and then died promptly. Alright, it's turning. Oh, you might be dead. Brace, brace, brace. You cannot brace, and therefore you are probably dead. Unless we can hide you. Unlikely. Bombers? Is it time? Yeah, it's time. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, another mutiny, but we do have another rally. Do we need it? Will you survive this? Looks like you will, just barely, but yeah. You guys get in front. You keep hiding. And then let's say 1 set of fighters, 2 sets of bombers. Are you gonna burn? You're very, very close to burning. Maintain max distance, please, and then just keep away from that thing. Everybody who's not hurt, follow it along. And if you guys are wondering why I'm not using the... the stasis bomb, it's once again just to maintain the ordnance flights, not interfere with them. Alright, you two. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Do we have any more fighters or bombers? Yeah, they're just taking a while to reach it because it keeps moving away. It's annoying, but whatever. It's part of fighting the Eldari in general, so it's not like we're not used to it by now. You brace for impact. I actually thought I had disengaged your all ahead full. My bad for forgetting that, so you can just maintain distance now. Can you guys turn on lock-on, please? Yes, there we go. Your deck is broken and your deck is broken. Oh, they did a good job at crippling our decks. Fortunately, I think this thing is just out of the picture. Oh, its engine has been heavily critted this entire time, and it's still just able to get the hell out of there. Damn. Well then, now it's burned to death. We just have 1 left. And we'll be able to take care of it. Everybody kill it. 1 last tiny ship. What's your name? Breathless Sword. Well, you certainly will be breathless. And if you say, oh damn it, I wanted to see him blow up. How dare you, game? I like how the Eldari colors here matched the they matched the sun and stuff, and the map in general. Everything came together nicely and coordinated, although I did forget to go back to the orange Rise sort of paint job, but oh well. Well, that's it. I mean, it's a standard carrier fleet. It works very, very much like another carrier fleet. As I said before, if I was to bring it into an actual fight with a more deadly opponent, I would definitely bring a couple of lunars just to provide those Eyes of the Omnissiah. You guys saw how those ships were able to maintain their distance from us, and obviously the Eyes of the Omnissiah would really help out in those situations. options, so I think that would round out the fleet nicely. But overall, a very strong cruiser, a very cheap way to bring 4 launch bays on the field, only in the cruiser class very early in the game as well. So that is always beneficial, especially at an early point in a campaign, and I'm pretty happy with it, and the way it's now super specialized under the Adeptus Mechanicus sort of form that it has. So that's it for the Adeptus Mechanicus cruisers that have been reworked, and I don't remember what's next, so stay tuned to see. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.